welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is that long awaited how-to video on how to henna your hair. So welcome, I'm Juliet Elizabeth, I'm the Indigo Yogini, and this is how you henna your hair. Okay, so for this you will need your henna. Now I keep mine in airtight, and these I use Lush's. This is the Caca Rouge, but I blend mine together, so I have a Caca Rouge, and because I'm going out bleached hair and then I'm trying to blend, I blend that with Lush's Caca Marron. Okay, cool. So for this you will need your Lush Caca, whatever colour you like. They do several. You will need a cheese grater, a bowl, a knife, a chopping board, and actually I find a tray really useful. Those ones too. So before we go any further, I'm wearing something I like. That's a no-no. So I'll be back in a minute because I need to go and get changed. Okay, so I'm now wearing stuff that we do our decorating in, you know, our nasty gardening in. It's all our like yucky clothes. You need a set of these. Honestly, you really do. So I already have one square of Caca Marron cut out, so I'm going to use that one. But I do need a square and a half of the Caca Rouge. So I'm going to go ahead and use my big knife to chop that into a square. And then I'm going to chop the Caca Rouge into another half, okay? So that goes back in its airtight, and I'm going to close them up. I keep mine in a repurposed old Chinese takeaway containers, and they fit really well. So I keep them separate so I know which one is what. Because as I said, I blend 1.5 of Caca Rouge with 1 square of Caca Marron, but I've only got very short hair. Works perfectly for me though. Okay, so get your tray, put the stuff that you'll be working with on the tray so that you don't lose too much. Right. Straight in the dishwasher, you don't want anybody to try and use it after you, okay? Right, and the best tip I can give you for doing henna, especially solid henna, grate it. So much easier. I wish I'd known that hack years ago when I used to henna my hair before. So all you do, get your henna block and start grating. Right, this can take a while. Oh, nearly there. Last little bit. Okay, so when the solid stick gets to about kind of that big, and you're going to grate your fingers, don't grate your fingers, it's not fun. Just like snap it and put it in like little chunks. Shouldn't make too much difference. Okay, I did say it's a bit messy, that's why I had a tray, because it pings everywhere. So just funnel it back into the bowl. Funnel it back into the bowl. Word finding issues much. And your grated henna should look a little bit like that. Okay. So it's okay it being used with a metal grater because you haven't activated it yet. But when you start mixing it, you're going to need something plastic. Sorry, I'm really dead against single-use plastic, but you know, there are times and places, and this isn't single use. I use it and use it and use it. That's why I repurpose things like this as well. So I don't know if silicone would work as well, but anyway, so grating done. Now time to do the next phase. We need to prepare the bathroom and we need to prepare the us. All right, I'll see you upstairs. So the next thing we need to do is turn this into this. As I said, this can get really, really messy. And for this, I have repurposed old shower curtains. They work really, really well for just covering everything. Hi. So we've grated the henna. We've prepared the bathroom so we don't get splatters everywhere. And now we need to prepare us, okay? So for this bit, I am going to use Lush's Ultra Balm. You can use Vaseline as well, but I'm trying to cut down on the old petrochemical type stuff. But get your hair out the way. Okay, hair out the way. Now on your hairline, all round your hairline, you are going to want to smear a goodly layer of your Vaseline imitation, whatever it is. Okay, the other thing you want to do is, as you can see, I've got my favourite earrings in, but they are going to stain. So they're your favourites and they're going to stain. Take them out. So yeah, take anything that will stain and you're going to get upset about, if that does, out. So, right, I've got hairline. Right, the other thing you need to do is ears. And behind the ears. Yeah, this is where it gets all icky. Ears. Behind the ears. Basically, it needs to follow your hairline round because you don't want to have like an orangey hairline. The henna works as a stain. It kind of sits on top of the hair, so it doesn't really kind of penetrate. It does kind of, I know they say it's permanent, but it's not. It does sort of come off it eventually. You don't want orange skin, so prepare. Okay, so I'm going to meet you back downstairs because we now need to sort out the actual henna and turn it into, like, it looks like a very dubious soup when we get there. So I will see you downstairs in a sec. See you in a bit. So, the henna's grated, we're prepared, the bathroom's prepared. So the next step is to boil a kettle full of water. Cup of tea is optional, but I recommend it. Because you don't want the water to be boiling. So make the cup of tea, then get to doing this. Okay, so we start pouring the hot water in and making caca soup. You can see it's starting to kind of go a little bit like melted chocolate or melting chocolate. This method is so much easier than the one that Lush suggests, where you kind of put it over a pan of boiling water like melting chocolate and then pour the hot water in, a bain-marie. I used to do that and it was such a pain in the backside. Whereas this method, you just mix it up, because it's grated, you just pour hot water into it, and then you make it into the consistency that you want. You have so much more control over grated henna than you do kind of bain-marie style. So at the moment, as you can see, it's like poo. But we don't quite want poo, we want slightly soupier. So I'm just gonna, this is where you have to be super careful how much you actually put in, because it kind of goes to the right gloopiness really quickly. So I just put a little bit more in, and as you can see, it now looks more like cow pat. This is a wonderful, delicious kind of recipe for everybody, isn't it? A little bit more. We don't want cow pat. We don't want poo. Oops. We want poo soup. Right. It's kind of getting there. But a really thick poo soup. I mean, in all honesty, it's still poo soup. So now we've got it kind of dripping, and I'd say it's about there, but I just want it a tiny bit runnier. So just really careful, a couple of drops. Oops, it's probably too much now. And just mix it in. So now it's kind of almost like trying to do, you know, Angel Delight. It sort of whips up. But you can see it's actually runny, sort of solidly running now. That's where we want it. This kind of, as I said, poo soup. Never mind. I amuse myself at least. Okay, I'll see you upstairs. Back in the bathroom. Make sure you have removed all the jewellery you like. As you can tell, yeah, I'm still wearing my Fitbit Flex, but I've put it on the strap that I use for decorating and stuff. Yeah, a little bit. I like to track my intake. I've got my Caca Rouge and Marron mix. Now, this is where I haven't found single-use plastic. I hate it. I haven't found anything to replace that right now. That is something I'm kind of looking for. If anybody's got a suggestion, put it in the comments below, please, because everything else I've managed to kind of either reuse, reduce, recycle, repurpose, all of that sort of stuff. I would like to get rid of the gloves, these ones. Yeah, that one, it irritates me. Yeah, well, nobody is perfect. So, take out hair. Now, I tend to do my hair slightly more greasy. I feel like it works better. So, I've left my hair kind of an extra day between washes, and so it is a little bit kind of, ugh. But I find it actually works better. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Okay, so as you can see, there's my roots. I have a grey kind of around my parting. This is where it has to go. Go! Horrible little grey. So for this bit, gloves. Now to wrap my hair at the end, I use an old silicone swim hat. Again, repurposed. I try and be as eco as I can. And I have a brush. I got this in a pound shop, actually. Just hair, it came as a little pack, like for hair dyeing, and I was like, oh, I'm having that. So, your gloop, poo soup, and start off just by doing your roots. And it does feel just a little bit on the strange side. Okay, so start with your parting. This is why you kind of want slightly greasy hair, because it parts really easily and doesn't stick together and stuff. So next bit. Oh, what I did forget to tell you, take your shoes and the socks off, because it tends to drop and you don't want to get your socks all hennaed, because that would just be upsetting, especially if you actually liked those socks. And then next section. So yeah, I'm just slowly sectioning each little bit and then applying a pretty liberal dose of the henna to my root section. Okay. Right. I'm going to do the rest So I've done the front sectioning. Now we just need to do the back. It's exactly the same way. This is why we have stuff all behind us. So partition it off at the back and then down the partings. Luckily, hennaing is not a precise art. As long as you smear it everywhere and make sure you've got it all, it's pretty forgiving that way. So here we go. Okay, so I've now got it on all my roots. You can see the other bits sticking out. It's time to do those. So I'm going to start at the back where it's slightly easier. And now I just get down and dirty with it and I just pick it up and then just massage it into my hair in little sections. So I kind of do that. Squish it up, roll it very slightly. Next section, make sure it's all in there, really squished, and yeah, roll it up, get it out of the way. Okay, so I have used it all up. I've made sure it's all round the edges. Oops, I've got a bit coming off. Okay, it's all round the edges of my hair to catch. It's in my hair, it's all squishy. So now I need to cover it. And to do that, I repurposed an old silicone swim hat, which I use every time. And I put this on, which is better than using cling film because, as I said, I might not have solved the gloves issue, but I've solved the cling film hat issue. Just make sure that all your hair is covered, and I'll see you in about 4 hours. Yeah, seriously, 4 hours. 4 hours is a good time. I know you're going to look at me strangely and go, really? But yes, 4 hours. See you in 4 hours. Okay, time's up. I'm using this bathroom because the shower is better in here. So it is now time to release the hat. Oh, and my ears really hurt after this. But yeah. Ew, look at that. Right, it's time to wash it off. Okay, so for this section, I make sure I have next to me, I have my Jason in the Argan Oil solid shampoo, American cream, and a comb. So yeah, it's time to wash it out. And here we go. Okay, so the majority of the henna is now washed out, and it's now time to start washing my hair. So I'm just going to use the solid shampoo and get that going. I'm still dripping orange right now, so start getting that. It's made my shampoo so bargo funny colours. But yeah, that really helps. Just start to, can you see how it's coming off kind of like an orangey colour on my hands? That's the henna still coming out. Right. Okay, so I've washed the shampoo out now. It's now time to start applying some conditioner. I always feel that, especially the bits of my hair that were like bleached, they always feel a bit dry after this. But if you start working conditioner through them, they come out really nicely. So I've got my American cream. Yeah, I am a bit of a Lush girl. I am realising I am not sponsored by them, I promise. I just kind of really get on with their products because they don't set off any sort of allergies in me, which I suffer quite badly because of the ME side of things, the autoimmune bit. Right, lots of lovely shampoo, conditioner, lots of lovely conditioner in my hair, and start kind of working it really through, trying to get rid of all the little bits of the gritty bits left after hennaing hair. So now I'm going to start combing the conditioner through, and I normally condition my hair twice after this. The first one's to kind of grab all the gritty bits out and make sure that they've all come out, and the second one's actually just to quickly make sure it is conditioned. Obviously I am here using a wide tooth comb, so I'm going to wash the conditioner out now, and we'll see how it is. So in all honesty, the bits that don't really have any bleachy bits left at the back where it's quite short, don't feel like they need a second condition, but the longer bits that have been really bleached and are still, you know, quite damaged, which is why I have short hair now, while I kind of grow it all back out, they need a second go because they feel, I don't know, dry. Even when the hair is wet, they feel dry. So I'm just going to work some more conditioner kind of through those ends, and see if I can make them feel a little bit better. I literally molt when I do this, but the hair's actually quite red. It works really well. I'm just conditioning these ends. Okay, all right, time to wash this off. Okay, second one's all washed out, hair feels a lot better. Use an old towel to wrap your hair. Please don't use anything that you would think that, you know, you want to put on show that's nice, or anything old towel, because you still will come out a little bit on the orange side. Yeah, and I will see you when this is a bit more dried. See you in a bit. Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so my hair has had a couple of days to settle now. Henna takes a little bit, it takes at least 24 hours to kind of just process itself and come out. So don't expect what you first see when you first wash your hair out to be the colour it ends up within about 24-48 hours. That's kind of one of the big ones. I've got some photos that I took in the sun yesterday. Unfortunately, I have got not great lighting right now, so you can't really see what my hair is like. But as I said, I will drop those photos on the end and you will see that actually in the sun it's pretty spectacular. I'm super pleased with the way it turned out. Henna, you need at least about 5 hours to do really well. I actually didn't leave it on the full 4 hours because it's the summer. Lush only say do 2, but if you look around on various kind of groups, you'll see some people say as much as 4. 4 is, I would say, the maximum, but as it's summer, it processed a lot quicker, and there was a bit of a change of plans and I had to go and scooch it out really quickly, which is why I'm ending it today. As I said, I will put the photos at the end for you to see just how vibrant it is in the sun. Once you get your hang of it, it's really simple. It does a really nice coverage, and there's like 0 chemicals. For me, as a CFSME sufferer, I need that 0 kind of flare-up thing. But for anybody who just wants to be a little bit more eco, maybe you're a surfer, a yogi, that sort of thing. People that are, or just really eco-minded and you don't want to put more chemicals down the drain. If you like kind of these how-to things, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel below, and I will see you on the next one.